go, baby. Come on, baby, kick them daisies. Look at them girls in Daisy Dixon. Look at them girls in Daisy Dixon. Look at them girls with Daisy Dixon. Come on, baby, kick them daisies. Look at them girls with them Daisy Dixon. I'm gonna eat so much bread. My baby might have said, "Come on, go to bed." You ate so much bread that my baby said, "Come on, go to bed. Come on, go to bed. Come on, go to bed." My baby said, "Look at all the bread. Look at all the bread. Look at all the bread." That my baby said, "Come on, go to bed." Baby said, my baby said. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with blueberry freaking preserves. Oh, smelling good, yo. Well, Peter Pan, peanut butter. Alright, let's do it. Come on, baby, kick them daisies. Look at them girls, them Daisy Dukes on. Look at them girls, them Daisy Dukes on. Oh, bang handbook. The whole bag handbook, 1, 2, 3. The whole bag handbook, 1, 2, 3. Baby, 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 won't you play with me? Let's go. Come on, baby, kick them daisies. What up, DJ 18 female? I love it. I love it. What up? What up? How are you, my friend? Welcome. Welcome to the 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in less than 2 minutes challenge. Great. Vivek, I'm United States. United States, America. The state of Georgia. That's where I'm at. I got chickens. We're going to go check out my chickens in just a minute. See if they're about 2 months old. They're not egg layers yet. Where are you from, Vivek? Oh, yeah. So I'm making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then I'm going to check out my chickens. I got eight chickens. Oh, no. It better not be all the milk I got left. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. Better not. Oh, yeah, good. That's what I'm talking about. Melvin, what up? I love chickens. America. America. so I'm from Maryland originally, but I'm down here in Georgia. I came down here to work for the movie industry, and I just quit the movie industry to do YouTube full time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going, yeah. I'm following my dream. Really, Maryland. That's where I'm really from originally. Maryland, yes. Well, Glen Burnie, Maryland is where I'm from. But then I moved from Baltimore, and then I moved down here. Jersey, what up, brother? Former OnlyFans Prime Minister. Hold on, former OnlyFans Prime Minister. Am I reading this right? The former OnlyFans Prime Minister is from Jersey. Jersey. Listen, guys, listen. You're gonna. Yeah, I told you I'm gonna get out of here. Former of. Former of what? YouTube full time. How's it working out so far? I mean, I've only been doing it 2 months, and I got to my 500 subscribers. I'm at like I got to 500 subscribers like Friday, and I'm at like 570 now. So it was slow, 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 slow. And then after I got to 500, it picked up much quicker. So yeah, so I'm almost at the point where I can be monetized. You need 500 subscribers and like 3,000 hours of video time, of watch time, and I'm at um oh, hold on. I have like 1,000 right now, so I need two more thousand, which will probably take me another month. What up, homie? But yeah, so the movie industry, you got to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning every day to be on set by like 6. And I'm a prop maker, so I build sets. Drop the sub. What up, War Angel? Thank you, brother. It really helps. Absolutely. The more subscribers you get, the more subscribers you get, the more the algorithm thinks that you're enjoyable. So they send you more people. There's so many people vying for attention, from the screen time basically. So the more you hit the like button, like that's why I always hear people saying, hit the like button, because if it appears that it's liked, then you'll get more and more. Like usually I do my live streams later on. So what happens, like the first 4 or 5 people will come in. If they hit like, then all of a sudden there'll be like 30 people are coming in. But if they don't ever hit like, it'll never get more than like 4 or 5 people. It pays you to post and scroll. Absolutely, absolutely. And you can check out my shorts. I'm a pretty funny guy, and I do a lot of stuff with my chickens, my cat, and just a lot of like just funny stuff around. Like anything I'm doing in life currently, like if I'm tying my shoe, I'm like, hey, let's make a YouTube. It's almost all shorts. I'm starting to do to to read what the hell is that guy's name? Confucius. And I'm doing that on the long term side because I want to get my hours up quicker. So doing 6 second, 10 second videos, on YouTube Shorts, even though I get 1,000 to 2,000 views pretty much every time, and I do like 3 or 4 a day. I would like to be able to do like a 5 minute video and then have thousands of people to see it, and so then I can get to my 3,000 hours of watch time, and that will get me making some money. So I basically sold everything. So and paid off. I took all the money I had and I paid off all of my bills and all my debts and everything. So I've got like another 2 months of cushion, more cushion for the pushing. Um, if you made video on prop making, I think it would blow up. And that's one thing, and I'll show you in a second if you hang on. That's one of the things I'm going to do because I'm building things around here, and you'll see when we go back to my room studio. I've got a big piece of green screen that I put backwards, so it's white, the white side of the green screen. It's green screen paper, and so then I've been writing everybody's names on it that comes into my live streams and subs and stuff. So that helped bring a lot of people really fast. And so with the building stuff for props, working for the movie industry, you can't film yourself when you're building props because you're going to let people know the movie magic secrets. So you can't do that. So now that I'm no longer in the movie industry, I can do that. And I think you're right. And you'll see as soon as we go outside, I've got saws, I got all the equipment that we need that we usually use on set. But the thing that sucks is you got to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning every day, at least 6 days a week. Sometimes you have Sundays off, but some Sundays they have to pay you triple time. So you're getting like $40 an hour. So they're paying you $120 an hour for 10 hours on Sunday. But you got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You got to get there by 6 a.m. and then you got to work the minimum of 10 hours. But you get overtime anything over 8. So you get 8 hours of regular pay and then 2 hours of overtime pay, which is good. So you make a lot of money, but then you get off and it's in the middle of rush hour. It's like an hour and a half to get home. You get home at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you're just so beat and tired. You've been lifting heavy wood and lumber and stone and metal all over the place. So then you got to go to bed, and when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning again, 4:30. I've seen videos with dumb content. Right? No, absolutely. People farting in jars gets millions of views. Yeah, that's crazy. People farting in jars. There's that girl who's OnlyFans. She sold jarred farts. She made $250,000 because you film a video of her like farting in the jar and putting the lid on and writing your name on it. So you would get the private video of her farting in a jar for $250. She sold 1,000 of them, so she made $250,000. But she couldn't fart anymore, so she started trying to eat different foods and started to try and take different pills to make herself fart more because she wanted to make more money. But she ended up in the hospital because she tried to fart too much. You can Google her. OnlyFans model sold farts. I call her Fart Girl. But yeah, she's absolutely crazy. But yeah, so and the thing with AI failing on with AI, like YouTube wanted to do everything with AI, but the test folks didn't like it because you can kind of tell that there's no soul in AI. So no one was buying when they put ads on AI based stuff. No one was buying it. And so the thing is, it's awesome. This is why it's so soul draining. Okay, you said, I hear you. Sounds soul draining. I'm in the same scenario, 12-hour shifts, foreman at our harbor, but I am finishing up my studies for safety officer. Okay, so, but listen, what I did, we called it building trash. So we built this beautiful big ass building or spaceship. After you're done filming, we just drive a forklift through it and drip it down. So we called it building trash. So at least the stuff other people build, you build a skyscraper, it's there for 100 years. If I build a whatever, it's ripped down in 3 months. So it's depressing. I mean, even though people can see your work on what up, Orion? Even though people can see your work on the movie screen, selling farts is crazy. Yeah. What up, Dylan? Good to see you again, brother. It is depressing, but the paychecks help out, but a lot of people drink a lot to get over that stuff, and that's no good. Especially because they get off work at like 6, 7 p.m. They drink till like 10 p.m. and then they go to bed so they can wake up at 4:30 in the morning. But yeah, you can't work a job that makes you depressed like that. And if you think about how horrible the people in the movie industry are, they don't care about you. They might talk about DEI and helping people and liberals and this and that. They don't care. They don't care about you at all. The only reason they even care if you get hurt is because it makes their insurance go up. But they don't care. You can just, yeah, they don't care at all. It's all an act. It's crazy that people listen to actors about who to vote for, because they're acting. They don't care. Whoever they're paid to say. But it's crazy. It's a crazy industry. And I found just as much pleasure on YouTube. All right, let's go check out these chickens. All right, here we go. Let's see what I got going on here. I got 2% battery. All right, here we go. Let's check out these chickens. Let me put my milk away. All right. Look at them girls, them Daisy Dukes. Look at them girls, them Daisy Dukes. Name a movie for an edit. All right, let's do Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, what's up, my cat? What up, Levin? All right. All right, check us out. Check us out. Where we go? Oh, that's my bad. Sorry. My bad. We got some palm trees in Georgia. Yeah, I tell you what, it's do it up, Christina. I want to say, and if you need anything, I'll give you all you need. You need some. What you need for an edit? I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. All right. All right. Here's my path to my chickens. Ow! Here's the path to the chickens. What up, ladies? What up, ladies? Hey, ladies. Except for you. What's up, ladies? Oh, sorry. What's going on? What's up, Chubby? What's going on, girls? What's up, girls? Nice. Those are my chicken ones. I got 8 of them. Some of them are inside, it looks like. And I got some greenhouses. So you got to grow your own food. Yeah, I built it. 100%. I built it. Orklopsig. Coops is I think what you meant. Coops. Yeah. Yeah, I built the coop and 100% built the coop. Oh yeah, so you can even see I even have, if anybody's interested in this is called a hoop house. And I made this property, or I made this building using just PVC pipe to make an arch. And so it's super cheap. I'll show you. And then I pulled plastic over the top of it, and it doubled the size of my building. So the building was like $11,000, but the hoop house was like $300 to add on. So check it out. Here's the hoop house. So it's just PVC pipe that makes an arch, right? And then you just pull the plastic over. I made a nice little door out of wood, but this is just PVC pipe. PVC pipe making the arch. And then you can see inside it looks like a base. So it gave me all this extra space, basically doubled the amount of space I had for in here. And I have drill presses and stuff. And I got everything I need, lumber and everything, oxyacetylene torches, air compressors. I got everything I need to build. Nice chop saw, brand new. I just got this the other day. But yeah, I got everything I need if I want to start doing videos for props, for prop making, and teaching people how to make, like, because one of the cool things you can do in prop making is it shows you how to like say you want to do a video that's like in like a parking garage, right? But you don't have a parking garage. You can take a couple of pieces of cheap plywood and put like a 1/16 of an inch of concrete on the front of it, so it looks like concrete, but it's not. And then after you're done with it, you can just clean it off, and it looks like you're filming in a parking garage or in a concrete basement or whatever. But I plan on showing a lot of that stuff, and all the plants. I grow a lot of my own food. You know, do what you got to do here. I got some cactuses and stuff. The chickens are not for food. The chickens are only for eggs. What's up, AD? What's up? What up, Max? Good to see you again. But yeah, so this is all beautiful stuff, and like almost everything you see here is either flowers or it's edible. Like, so these guys here, you can see, like, we've got tomatoes, lunchbox reds, sweet snacking peppers. You know, so these guys aren't edible; they're flowering. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to eat. A lot of peppers, cool jalapenos. So they're jalapenos without any heat. Cool jalapeno. And then my cat just sits around shaking her booty. I just replaced the fan in my studio room with lights on it. What you doing, boy? Huh? Boom! Look at that! Look at that! I live in Chicken Jockey. I live in Georgia. I live in the state of Georgia, right by Atlanta, about 15 minutes south of Atlanta. All right, let me go. Let me give you guys your propers here. I'll give you guys your propers on your. There we go. Bam. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Orion, there you are. Orion the goat. I got Max. Max is somewhere over here. I don't even know if Max is still on or not. 80, I got you. 80, I know I got you on here too. Oh, that's Addy. Addyaidee. I know I got you too. Amir, Irene, Addy. I got too many names. But yeah, I live in Georgia. I live in Georgia. I need to put War Angel up there. WARANGEL. All right. War Angel. War Angel 52. Boom. Who was the other guy I had up there? Dylan's up there already. There we go. You seem like a family guy. No, I don't have any kids. I have parents, but yeah, I don't have any kids. I have an older brother and a younger sister. And welcome back again. Talking Orange Vids. I got you here too, brother. Talking. Oops, wrong button. Talking Orange Vids. I'm looking for you still, 82. I can't find you yet. Oh, we'll put you up here if we have to. No. No wife, no kids. I got a couple of girlfriends that sorry. No wife, no kids. No. So really, I'm glad I'm glad I don't have any yet. I definitely plan on having kids. But I want to build. Imagine how difficult it would have been for me to start this business up, or just a YouTube channel, if I had to tell my wife, "Okay, honey, there's not going to be any income. We're going to roll the dice on this YouTube thing," So I'm glad that that I didn't have a wife and kids as of now. I mean, I'm saying they're great, absolutely, but I think I'm going to be kind of like I'm going to say like an Elon Musk. Not because of his money or his business is like, but he's 54 years old and he just had another kid. So I don't mind having kids into my 50s. I take good care of myself. So when I'm ready to have kids, if the Lord points me in that direction, then I'll do that then. But the woman I'm trying to find is more going to be I'm trying to find a mother, not a girlfriend. Type thing. Hey, what up, 10 Light? You have to be careful with this guy. He's trying to hook up through the internet. It's okay. I'm going to do something on you. It's like okay. I'm going to do something on YouTube, real work, and not get paid. Maybe not ever get paid. Right? No, that's definitely possible. That's definitely possible. But the thing is, I'm not just doing YouTube to try to get paid. I'm filming basically how-to videos. Well, I don't want to let it, but yeah, YouTube is the result of what's happening. But yeah, no wife, no kids. Nope. Ah, man, go find a good woman. I honestly see like you make a good partner. I honestly think I'd be a great partner, and I think I'd be a great father. I have a great father. I've got a great mother, and they've been together for 55 years. 54, 55, 50, 56. They were born in 19. They're not born. They were married in 1969. So 55 years this year, I think. 56 years. When I go to a job, telefono, no tarjeta, no tarjeta, no SIM card. When I go to a job, we expect to get paid. That's right. That's right. But I don't want to work to make someone else rich. And that's the problem with a lot of people's mindset is they're told, oh, go to college, go into super debt. And the whole reason is because they want to milk you. They want you to go to college. So you go into college, you go into student loan debt, and then you make the loan men richer. And then they want you to work for them. So you make them richer. Yeah. So that's crazy. When I go to a job, yeah, that's crazy. You shouldn't, unless you have a way out. Entrepreneurship is the best way for people that can do it to avoid the tax liability that working for somebody has. I mean, you get a payroll tax. You're taxed to get paid. You're actually, and I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about payroll tax where they actually tax you in order to be on payroll. It's crazy. Espanol. But hobbies, what about hobbies? Over 20 years ago, I was lucky to go to college and get on the Pell Grant. I went to community college. It was all free college, but I did, sure, absolutely. And that's great. That's absolutely great. But what happened now? The Pell Grants are barely given out now because as of 2008, when the Jamalama Ding Dong happened, when the housing bubble popped, all the people with all the money that were giving home loans said, "What are we going to do?" So they said, "Hey, let's rip off the children. Let's give them loans." So all the housing loans went over to become student loans, and they ripped everybody off. Right? I pay more. Exactly. And so if you're a small business owner, you can write off what you pay in rent. But you have to, you have to be an entrepreneur to do that. And no one's told this. Kids aren't told this in school. That is, if you have any children, them just sweeping up, you can write off like $3,600, yearly for each child. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do that you're not told about. In the years 1999 and 2003, I was paying more than half what I was going to rent. Yeah, and that's crazy. That's absolutely, and now it's even worse. Rent's way up now. I want to be talking orange with everybody that has the ability should look into entrepreneurship. Absolutely, especially if you're a woman or you're a minority color, you can get loans from the Small Business Administration. Pretty, I don't know how it's changed in the past 4 years, but it used to be pretty easy as long as you have a business plan. So yeah, and you could at SBA.gov, the Small Business Administration.gov has how to on everything. So it's pretty dang cool. Yeah, we had a lot. Like even if you could open up a food truck and just find the movie industry in your area, and you can support the local film industry by, like, sometimes they're filming at 4 o'clock in the morning, so there's no food trucks around them, but they all need to get fed, so you can support them, and they'll pay you tens of thousands of dollars a night. It's crazy. Are you familiar with the 2017 flat tax? Your president Donald Trump took away itemization for small businesses. Entrepreneur for flat tax. No idea. No idea. I have so many ideas, but I don't have the right materials. Well, so talking orange, so the thing is to stock it up. Is to stock up what you need. Figure out your plan and then put it into place. Put it into place slowly. And like, I don't know what business you're talking about, so I'm not talking. I don't understand which materials you need. But yeah, you can make it happen. You can absolutely make it happen. You should tell yourself every morning what you're going to do, and you should actually write down with pen and paper, not type. I mean, you can type it on your computer if you want, or type it on your phone. But you should absolutely hand write down what you want to do. It's much better. It puts it into your brain. It helps you remember, and helps you to not stay on task, like creating a product. So first things first, you need to know what you want to create, right? But what you can also do is start selling other people's products first. So then you have like an online store, basically, to start selling a product. Then if you want to like be an inventor, then you can take that stuff. What up, Space Cowboy 9? What up, buddy? Hey there, little buddy. Hey there, little buddy. So we got 10 light star L1. And we got Space Cowboy 999. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. So you can set and you can set up an online Amazon store. You can also do it much easier, and you can set up. One of the best things you can do as a kid is if you got a little bit of money, like $100, and go cut grass, do whatever you do to get that $100. Then go to yard sales and find stuff that people are selling for super cheap. Usually you got old people that don't know anything about the internet, and buy a bunch of stuff that's interesting at yard sales. Then start an eBay store. And that's one of the best things you can do because they'll tell you step by step what to do. They help you get the mailing label, print the mailing label through eBay, and you can start that way. That gets the gears going in your head about how to be an entrepreneur. They're headed down south. They're headed down south and they're still running today, singing, "Come on, take the money and run. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on, take the money and run." Headed down to Pluto, El Paso. That's where they ran into a great big hassle. Billy Joe shot a man while robbing his castle. Bobby Sue took the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Yeah, boy. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. They headed down to Pluto, El Paso. That's where they ran into a great big hassle. Billy Joe shot a man while robbing his castle. Bobby Sue took the money and run. Go on, take the... Dang it, Space Cowboy. Yo! Originally Orion the Goat. Originally. They call me OO. They call me OO the G. OO the G. There you go. OO the G. OO the G. I like it. Indubitably. They say indubitably, sir. Indubitably. And I work okay. CNC machines, 3D printers, just getting a couple, like a $150 3D printer, and then contacting the local movie industry and saying, "Hey, if you guys need anything 3D printed," and then they will. They'll be like, "Well, we have 3D printers, and we're trying to print all these little characters, blah, 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 blah." And they'll need help, and you can charge them out the yin yang because they're paying like $1 million an hour to get movies made. So anything that you could help with. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. The thing is, keep asking people, like you're asking me what you want to do. You'll find people. You find mentors are there to help. People that have figured things out. I'm not talking about people online that say, "Hey, buy my program for $6.99," because they wouldn't be selling a program if they knew how to really make money. Look at Jack Dorsey. I don't know who Jack Dorsey is. He got his money just like Chad and Steve with YouTube. They got their money, all took the money and started new tech companies. Jack Dorsey. Let me see here. Jack Dorsey. Yeah, Jack Dorsey. Let me look him up. Let me look up Jack Dorsey. Or should I know what he's doing? Let me see if I can do some bang. Jack Dorsey. Oh, yeah. My bad. I thought you were talking about the guy that's doing all the OnlyFans stuff that wrecked his McLaren. What's his name? Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But what the point is, just being an entrepreneur, just having, okay, if you're in America and you have a social security number, then you're just a consumer. You're just there to buy stuff. You're there to be a slave to companies. If you've got a EIN, an employer identification number, that's basically your new social security number, which means you're now a businessman, not a consumer. If you just, and that's how the government sees you differently. If you start, you can get an LLC for free. What is that? No drip nasal mist. Let's see what this guy going on. Bam. Let's do it. Oops, sorry. I got a text from my business partner. Jack Dorsey is currently the chairman of Blockhead, effectively CEO of Block, formerly known as Square. Yeah, I'd change the name too if I was him. Blue Sky. These streams are profound. Why are they profound? I don't understand. I don't understand what I do. It's profound. Yeah. So if you get an LLC, which is free, you can do it in 10 minutes, maybe less if you've gotten one before. And then once you do that, You can do a lot of things in life that you can't do with your normal social security number. You've got access to all, and that's why business owners that ruin businesses can still start other businesses and stuff because they can get loans and stuff. You can if you can't get a house in life, like you can just get like 10 light if you want to. You can start a business today on your phone. I'm not talking about just you, but anybody can. If anybody's having any situation or issues with credit, or they can't get credit or whatever, if I didn't have credit, if my credit was horrible, I would start an LLC. Now you've got a new social security number. That company can get credit. You can get a company credit card, a corporate credit card. It's not tied to your personal credit. So if you ruin that's why rich people that ruin companies can continue to get stuff because they just start another company. That's like another person that's got and then with that, you get a credit card, a secured card for that for that company. And you give the company like $200 and then use that for your gasoline. So and then after you do that for like a month, now you've established credit. Now you can say, give me $300,000 credit card. And you can use that. And the thing is, if you don't pay it back, I'm not saying that you should not pay it back. You should absolutely pay it back and keep your credit good for them. But if you don't, they just write it off on their taxes. Having or showing deep knowledge. Well, thank you. Thank you, Space Cowboy. The whole reason for 110th grade is because I believe I have a vast knowledge of a lot of things, and I don't want to be a know-it-all or whatever, but I want to help other people. And I figure not by not having kids, and I think it's a problem by not having kids. I would like to have had kids, I think. Okay, but by not having children of my own, I have the fatherly feeling or instinct of wanting to help people. Like I want to help raise people, and I see a lot of people aren't being raised properly or at all, or they're being raised by the school system. So I have a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, and I love talking to people. So let's make it happen. Thank you, Space Cowboy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And any questions that anybody has, if I've got any information that can help at all, I'm here to help, brother. And like I said, my email is connected to my channel. I've got people that email me that ask if they're scared or if they're upset or they don't know how the politics works in their country. They think the war is going to come up or whatever. They ask me because they don't have a father a lot of times, and so they ask me for like fatherly advice. And I'm not a father, and I'm not their father, but I can at least help. So that's what's been going on a lot, and I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. Do you know that the FBI is investigating fraud charity company? Sure, as they should. That's what they do. Why wouldn't they? I'm not saying to do fraud. Absolutely not. I'm telling you how to get a company and get investment capital on your own for company. These things are not fraudulent. You're not. Fraud would mean you have to lie on something. You're not lying on anything. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And the thing is people are taught in life that things are more difficult than they really are. And so you won't do it. You won't go get the company. You won't get the LLC, and you won't get the credit. With that credit, you could get yourself a house. You could do a lot of things, but you won't do it because you might think it's illegal. It's not illegal. It's illegal if you lie on the forms. Then that's fraud. If you say I make $10 million a year and you make 30 cents a year, then that's fraud. Do you Catch Me If You Can? Great show. Yeah, great movie. Great story, right? But yeah, that's actually like fraud. Like he actually made bad checks and stuff like that. What I'm talking about is 100% legal, 1 billion% legal. It's actually how things are done. How are you supposed to start a company if you can't get credit? The whole reason about getting credit is so you can do things with it. Why waste my time filling out a form when I am positive I will get rejected? Roll of the dice. I mean, the thing is, you're going to get rejected with your social security number. So if you're not going to use your social security number, you're going to use your business's EIN, and it's 100% legal. So they're not going to check your credit. Your company, your new company that you can start right now, has its own credit line. It's basically its own social security number. It's not illegal at all. And
And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's the thing. That's the difference between an entrepreneur and somebody that's not an entrepreneur. There's entrepreneurs in life, and there's not. Exactly. If you have a legitimate business, you have an EIN. Exactly. But you have to file. You have to get yourself an S corp, a corporation, or LLC, or whatever, and you get an EIN with that. That's how you get an EIN. And you can, and with everything that I'm telling you, you can find on SBA.gov. But you don't need to pay for an EIN. You can get it for free. You can go to IRS.gov and you can apply for an LLC, which takes you 15 minutes, and you'll get it for free. You don't need to pay for it at all. If somebody tells you you need to pay for an EIN, they're ripping you off. My former mother-in-law, she got an EIN number for a business before she started. You can, yeah. The business is an idea. The business is an idea. You don't have to make any money with it. So if you say, I want to start a toenail painting company, to paint people's toenails, then you can go, right now you can go to IRS.gov and you can say, first things first, I need to be able to get money, so I need an EIN. And you can fill out the LLC form right now and you can get an EIN. And then you can start. So you don't need to make money to get an EIN. It's an idea. A business, it starts as an idea, and you can get that. The question, trust me, the government wants to know the second you start making money so they can tax you on it. So if you can get your, I know people that have dozens of EINs, and they set them up because if one fails or whatever happens, they've got another one that's got age on it. So if you've got a 5-year-old company, if you 5 years ago, if you would have got 10 EINs, so you could start these companies, and the companies are ideas. They know there's no money involved, but they have age to them. My former mother-in-law, yeah. Oh yeah, it's absolutely the truth. You can do that. And why do you think people have things that we don't have? Because they do things that we don't do. They're not. And the way that the government works is they do things to help themselves. But why? Why would you use your social security number? If the business fails, or if you start a business and then someone gets hurt at your company, they can sue you personally. The reason for an LLC is limited liability, which means that they can't sue your social security number. They're going to sue your EIN. So that's why you do not want to use your social security number to start a business. You want to differentiate yourself. You want to separate yourself from the company. So if something happens to the company, you can't be sued personally. That's the whole reason for not the whole reason. That's a super great reason for having an EIN and not your social security number. Because you don't want to, somebody might say you had a snowball stand registered to your social security number, and some little kid comes up and they slip and fall and they break their ankle on your snowball stand. When they sue you, they're suing you, not your company, because you used your social security number. My average grade on a math test this semester was 65, only because of my shit for teaching. Yeah, hey. No, they won't. But if you tell them that it's okay to swallow Tide Pods or something like that, you do one of these things, then they can absolutely sue you. 100%, 1,000,000% they can sue you. It depends what you're doing. If you're not doing anything bad or anything that could get other people hurt, it doesn't matter. You can. Why would I sue Disney? You sue Disney. Do what you want. You can sue anybody for anything. You can sue me for the color of glasses that I'm wearing. The thing is the judge going to allow the suit to go through? They can, though. The point isn't did they, is they can. It's possible. It's not against the law. You can sue. There's criminal and civil. They're two different things. You can sue people civilly for money for anything. I can sue you for farting in an elevator with me, and as long as the judge says, okay, you hurt his feelings because it stunk, then you can absolutely do it. But it's got to be frivolous. The judge has to say if it's frivolous. Can I sue your cat for having one? You can. You can have the lawsuit. You can pay a lawyer to set up the lawsuit for you and everything. But if the judge says no, it's not happening, then you wasted all your money. Rechab says, talk to me, Rechab. Right, but Lightstar, look who decides if it's frivolous. That's what you got to find out. Who determines if it's frivolous? Now, if you sue every one of your ex-boyfriends for having back hair, then they're going to say you keep trying just because you're fishing to win something. Right? That's frivolity. Can I sue your cat for having white hair? Wait for yeah. You get Levin. You're in trouble, Levin. Where you? Oh, look at it. Nah, kitty. I see you looking at me. Right, but you can still bring the suit. It just gets thrown out. I don't understand what you're saying. What up, Cat B? They call me Cat B. I'm in the air. I hate my cat because it's got white hair. People don't know what they mean when they say my baby don't love me no more. That's fine. Let me see what I'm doing here. Unsue. Dang it, this thing. Ow. All right, 1 second. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. That's what I was saying. Did anybody could see that? There you go. You like that? Bonjour, Space Cowboy. No one wants to be dragged into court just to waste someone else's time. You're completely wrong about that. People do it all the time to waste other people's time. Other than what Donald Trump and what's being done to Donald Trump, both sides are doing it, right? Exactly, because they want to keep Donald Trump in court until the end of his term, so he can't do anything, so he can't. Right? That's they absolutely do that. Did you know that you can count to any number if you want to? If you try, I can try to count to 16. Ready? 1, 2. What were we doing? Bonjour, Space Cowboy. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard went to court over a fake divorce, and they said it was a publicity stunt. Right, you can do it. You can sue for whatever you want, but the judge might not allow it. Yeah, but you can bring the suit. So that's what I'm saying. If you're willing to pay for it, if I wanted to sue you, right? What up, Inferno? Burn! If I wanted to sue you, and you were like, look, you can sue me because I got insurance, right? And then I can sue you for kicking me in the nuts. And I say, I can't have kids now. And then I can sue you for $10 million. And you can say, yeah, I kicked them in the nuts 30 times so that you lose the lawsuit. Then I win $10 million and I split it with you. So that's fraud, but people do it all the time. Eric the Great, Snoopy should have sued. Snoopy should have sued Snoop Dogg. I agree. Did you know? Okay, so Eric the Great, you actually got there. I didn't think that you're. But yes, Snoop's cereal. What was Kellogg's or whoever it was, or Post said that Snoop Dogg and who was the other guy? Who was the guy that Mixmaster? I mean, I can't remember the other guy that was a business partner with Snoop to do the cereal. Yeah, 100%. But they'll drop you after they pay, Lightstar. After they pay, they'll drop you. So who cares? Because now you're rich. I don't think you understand. Let's see. Pakistan versus India. So yeah, some rapper. Absolutely, Eric the Great. Flashing lights numb your brain just like rap music. Absolutely. And if you look up PWM, pulse width modulation, is how they flash LEDs to change the brightness, even though it's not just dimming it by lowering the voltage to it. It's the same voltage, they just flash it at different rates to make it seem dimmer. It's called duty cycle. Good wineries play music to the grapes so they'll grow optimally. Unfortunately, modern music will destroy vineyards just like society. Isn't that interesting? Yes, and it's very true. They've been doing that for the reason that we have all this crazy music going on and the frequencies that are in that music, it affects. You have to look at the waves, alpha waves, beta, and theta waves. People have theta waves until the age of 7. So you stop developing parts of your brain because the theta waves start at the age of 7. And yes, so by using these waves in music, you can make people think and do different stuff. Why do you think this sex music comes out? Now everybody's talking about sex. Everybody's showing their ding-a-ling and their hoo-ha and twerking and stuff. It's the music making people do it. As a taxpayer, the U.S. government needs to drop Hollywood. Yes, absolutely. Due to bad practice because we don't want to bail out Hollywood for the exactly 1 million billion trillion %. And I am having worked for Hollywood. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's definitely true. Forcing young children to dissect animals in the school with peer pressure does not help them in a biological way, but is considered a serial killer trait. Absolutely, it is. So why do you think that they don't? Why do they only do that in public schools? Because they're creating criminals. Look at how much money is in the is in criminality. Money. Absolutely, Eric. Great. Absolutely. Yeah, but yeah. So and look what's her face? What's the chick that just lost against Donald Trump? What was her name? I can't remember her name. What's her name? Who was the vice president last year that just lost? Imagine what they paid right, exactly. They've got these big ass worms that cost pennies, and they probably pay tens of thousands of dollars for a bucket of worms and frogs. They're not special in any way, you know. What was her name? Who isn't playing the victim? Right. You don't think, what's her name? What's the name of the chick that just lost? Kamala Harris. So, yeah, she's playing the victim too. They're both playing the victim. Government pays $55 for a file. Right. Absolutely. That's slush funds. 100%. I fed worms to my neighbor's dog to shut it up. You probably weed gummy worms. It's going good. That guy. I got you on the wall too, I think. I got you on the wall, that guy. Where are you at? That guy. I'm pretty sure. There's too many freaking names up here. I can't. Makes me very hard to find people's names. Anyway. Eric, we teach our children in school. All CEOs play the victim. When the government goes after their bad practice company exactly, because we are the slaves. The companies become slave owners. They're not paying us good, and they use bad practices. And that's why I don't understand why the Democrats are still in such power, because people keep believing that they're going to get better and better and better, but they never do. I don't get what you're saying. Everybody plays the victim. Everybody that doesn't want to lose what they're doing plays the victim. You don't think every single Democrat's not playing the victim now that they lost? They're saying it's because of Donald Trump that they lost. They are the victim. Good watches have capacitors, not batteries. Unfortunately, God is for lithium. Hold on. Good watches have capacitors. Yes, they're called supercapacitors. Good, and they can also get charged by different ways to keep the capacitance charged. Supercapacitors, not batteries. Unfortunately, God is for lithium miners. God is for lithium miners to blame. Unfortunately, God is for lithium miners to blame. Lithium miners to blame for California falling in the ocean. I missed it. Unregulated electric cars are a disgrace, and to Nikola, and absolutely. So, the inventors of nylon was suicided right after its discovery because they did not want nylon to replace hemp. So not only that, my friend, not only that. So diesel, the original electric car was invented by General Electric, I want to say in 1980, and it used lead acid batteries. Oh, sorry, one second. Meh, sorry about that. Yes, but yeah, California is definitely nut jobable. Medical and recreational marijuana will keep the price up. Right, what 100%. And the thing is, they could have done this years ago. We could have used hemp oil, and if you've ever grown weed, it grows like a weed. Yes, absolutely. They did not. They did. Rudolph Diesel did not want people to use. He didn't want to use diesel gas. He wanted to use vegetable oil or seed oils or whatever other thing. That absolutely works. My sister's ex-boyfriend from years past, he had a car that ran off of French fry grease, and so he had a device that heated up the tank that kept his fuel tank. Warm enough to not, because this was in Maryland, to allow it to flow. She definitely had it. Marijuana, hemp is kind of that, right. 100%. That's why it's the federal government still doesn't want it in there, right? But yeah, it's just you can't keep throwing people in jail for. Why do you think Kamala Harris threw people in jail for so long for marijuana? They don't want companies who use bad practices, knowing that if they use hemp for their or hemp oil for their trucking and stuff like that, they'll get thrown in jail for 50 years. So that's what they and the crazy thing is the progressives, the Democrats, are the ones that say we're holding progression back, we're stopping progression. Yes, 100%. Unfortunately, dang it, I hate when I get into these good conversations. I have to actually go. I have a person I have to meet with in 1 minute, so I've got to end it, end the live. I hope it's 5 o'clock my time here in Georgia. Hopefully I can be back by 5:30. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is one of the best freaking talks I've had in a long time. Progress grows. Marijuana endures just to complain about power outages and fires created by them and dead firemen. Agreed, 100%, 100%, Eric. Thank you, my friend. I'll get you on the wall when I see you later on, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you much, everyone. Thank you.